You can sit wherever you like.
How you guys doing?
How's every pony doing?
You're looking fabulous as usual. Michelle Creber, everybody.
And Lee Tockar.
And me. You.
Doesn't matter how small the role you were on our favorite show, so we love you anyway.
Nah, there you go.
So how you guys doing good? You enjoy? Is this going to be a great con or what? Yeah, there you go. I can't wait to go to the Artist Alley. I hear that somebody's made a plushie of Stephen Magnet. Very excited. Detachable mustache. Love it.
That's amazing.
I know. Detachable mustache.
One side?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
If you want, we can get her on the radio, have her bring it down here right now.
Really?
Did you get her on the radio? Riftwing.
Okay.
All right, so obviously these are our fan VAs. No, they're not. They're in the next room. I'm sorry. These are our show VAs.
Show VAs. Yeah.
Mr. Lee Tockar.
Again, hello.
They introduced themselves, but I wanted to do it. I feel special.
Oh, please.
And Miss Michelle Creber.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. Okay, so we're going to open it up to all of your questions, but before we do, we want to get some of these standard ones out of the way, which get asked at basically every convention. So first off, how do you get started in voice acting?
Okay, I'll start.
No, sure.
Well, I
You've had more sleep than me, so you should start.
Actually, I don't know.
I only had 3 hours.
Did you take the red eye?
I did.
Oh.
I did. I just had a little piece of flatbread pizza. Very good, by the way, out front. And that was the first thing I had since lunch yesterday.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, I was working with Tabitha St. Germain yesterday. She says hello and she misses you and wishes she could be here.
Okay, you win on that front. All right. Well, basically, yeah, I started off with music mostly, and my parents ran a music school called Creber Music, and I loved, singing and dancing and doing voices. And my dad and my mom are, well, there they are. They're right there. Hello. Wave your hand. They're the best. And my dad was working on this project because he's a producer and director, and so is my mom. And it was this sort of kids DVD, and my dad was like, "Hey, Michelle, do you want to help us out here? Can you do one of these little voices and stuff?" So I did it, and a couple of other kids with the school, and I loved it. And so I just kept doing it a few little times, and then I started doing more stage. And eventually, when I was like 5 or 6, I was looking for an agent. And I got a film and TV agent because we couldn't find a voice agent at that time. And then there was an audition for Lucy in Charlie Brown. And they searched in LA, New York, and all the big places in Canada, and they couldn't find it, so they brought it to Vancouver. And they couldn't find someone, so they went out to the TV and film agents. And sure enough, mine was a TV and film agent, so I actually got an audition from a TV film agent when I wanted to get a voice agent. But that's, so I booked that.
So was it for Lucy?
Yeah.
That's
and I
so
booked
cool.
that. And then I just eventually kept...
The rumor is that they did find somebody to play Lucy in LA, but her parents went and found her. Had an accident. I'm kidding. That's so cool that you played that.
Yeah. And then I actually worked with Claire on that project.
Neat.
And she was Sally, so I've actually known her for 8 years, I think. Well, no, not that long. Yeah, no. This is about 8 or 7 years. Yeah.
I love you had a whole little conversation with yourself there. That was great. I was just sitting there. How am I doing? Am I winning? I don't know.
Yeah, no.
That's really cool. So you've been doing it since you were how old then?
About 6 or 7.
And you're how old now?
I'm 13.
13. Wow.
Should just become the
And
one.
already more talented than most of us.
And I got involved I don't know how I got involved. I was always doing impersonations. I was in talent shows when I was 6 as well. And just making funny voices and doing Kermit the Frog. And I know.
Oh, bring it up already. We need to see this.
Hi, I'm known by Riftwing, for those of you around here. I am head of attendee relations. Thank you all very much for coming to Cloudsdale Congress. And a special thank you to our VAs for coming to get gifts from us.
Yay!
I'll be at the reg desk all day if you need me.
Well, it really is fabulous.
All right,
that's for him.
That's
Thank
fine.
you.
Oh,
I'll
absolutely.
come and see you.
I will see you at the autograph.
Okay, absolutely. I'll come and check out all your other stuff.
That's
So
great.
cute. That's so cute. He's having a hard. He's having a hard time. It's.
There we go.
There you go. Is that fabulous? Right. 3 hours of sleep. Sorry. I'm here though. So I moved to Vancouver because I wanted to get into cartoons, and I was saving up my money. I was in Kelowna, still living with my parents when I was 11, and I was listening to the radio. I moved out when I was 12, so. I was listening to the radio and I heard Kathy Westluck or somebody on the radio being interviewed talking about how they do voiceovers for cartoons. I thought, they do that? They do that in Vancouver? So I just started going. So as I was getting old, I'd save up my money and I would go for auditions in Vancouver. I'd take the Greyhound to Vancouver for auditions for a director friend of ours, Doug Parker. Oh, yeah. Remember Doug? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I'd jump back on the bus and go back to Kelowna. And then as soon as I graduated, I jumped on the bus the next day, and I never moved back. And so, yeah, I started getting a couple gigs, and it's a long story. It's kind of boring. It's not a really exciting story. So I do funny voices for a living. Hey!
That's why we start with the boring questions.
Yeah, I'll start with the boring questions. I started teaching at the Union of BC Performers. I said, hi, I'm your next voice coach. They said, who are you? I said, I'm Lee Tockar. And then I ran through about 20 minutes of funny voices, and then I put my class itinerary down. And they said, you're hired. And then I got a couple gigs. And there you go.
That just reminded me of Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire when he's talking to the lawyer. And he's going through all the voices. And then he's like, and I do a great impression of a hot dog.
Well, Mrs. Doubtfire, all right. I remember that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the best movie ever.
It is.
It's honestly the best movie
But
ever.
when he portrayed doing the voiceovers in the beginning, that's not really how it. Wasn't he doing it in the beginning? He was, and that's not. And I remember that's not really the way, because he left, didn't he? Didn't he leave the? I can't remember. It's been a long time. He left the session, and for one, that's stupid, because they're gonna pay you, so stay.
No. But the reason that he left is because they had the birdie smoking.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, and so it was actually a good thing because he said that if you don't cut
it's
that
immoral.
out, yeah.
Really? Yeah, there's no room for morality in this. No, stay and get paid. Stay and get paid. It's a bird smoking. Monkeys smoke. Monkeys go to space. What is it? Why can't we tell birds to smoke if they want? No, don't smoke. I'm just kidding. All the wrong lessons here today. 3 hours of sleep, but I'm here.
Really backing up that love and tolerate message. I love it. All right, so just one more of the ones that you guys always get asked is how do you usually get into character when you begin to start a session?
It's not really something that we think about. We get asked that a lot, but it's just something we were switching randomly, you know? Just like, I can't get one voice right now. I want it now! I mean,
We see pictures. They do give us pictures sometimes in the auditions.
Yeah, when it's like a new character and you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what voice to put to the character. But usually it helps to have the other people in the room. And sometimes if it's a smaller character and you haven't done it in a while, they'll give you a voice ref.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just something that you practice a lot and eventually get really used to, and that's something that we can just do.
Yeah.
That's
So it's our voiceover bag of tricks. I mean, every year I try and learn a couple more accents and.
What are you learning? I remember at Everfree Northwest you were learning like Polish or
Ukrainian, maybe?
I think it was
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian, I think. You're probably Ukrainian. Anna, so God, never mind. You're crazy. Can't believe it. Not you, just in general. Never mind. 3 hours of sleep. What are you going to do? But every year I try and do a couple more, and so it's always there in my bag of tricks. And I think we all do that. We all whenever we come across like something, and we'll say, oh, well, tuck that away for later,
So it's something that you work on constantly. It's just not something that you can get up and do.
Oh, yeah. If you want to play with, like, on the A-level list, you've got to, because, well, number one, we steal all of each other's voices. So you gotta be like, you really gotta practice. It's not, if you want to play in the big leagues like that, I mean, you've really, because they're hungry. They're hungry. Those actors. As soon as one season of something starts to near the end, and everybody's like, "Look, have you heard of any auditions coming up? You heard?" And all the sound rooms start to smell of desperation, desperate actor smell. And it's like, "Have you heard of anything coming?" I don't know. I heard of something. I don't know. So yeah.
All right. Now, Michelle, you also do the singing voice for Sweetie Belle, yes?
Yes, and Applebloom.
And Apple Bloom, right, because she sang recently. Good. Sorry. Do you actually try anything different than your normal singing voice? Is that still voice acting, or is that just how you sing sometimes, depending on the songs that you're given?
Well, I mean, sometimes when they want a very natural character, it is just your regular voice, because if it's something that's your age range and your type of voice, then you'll just use your regular voice. But for Sweetie Belle, Claire and I already have very similar voices. We're the same age, and her voice is a little bit higher than mine, so I had to bring it up a little bit more once I got a little bit older. But other than that, it's just something that if it's the right voice, then use it. You don't have. It's still voice acting because it's about the line delivery. Then that's what you can focus on.
They asked me to sing one of the Apple Bloom songs, but I said no. Yeah.
We know you could have done it. All right, we promised fan questions. So does anybody else have a question that they'd like to ask any of our actors? You were the first hand I saw. You were the second.
Yummy.
I don't know if Lee saw this at the toy fair this year, but Hasbro is making a toy of Stephen Magnet. How does it feel to have one of your characters be a toy?
I think it's really cool that it's canonized now as Stephen Magnet when it was just like autocorrect from something Sea Monster. Oh sure, that means Stephen Magnet. Obviously, that's obvious. Of course, obvious, right? Obvious. But it's very cool. I've had a couple of toys though. I mean, I geek out. I collect my own toys. I'm not gonna lie. It's so egocentric. I got like my Ripster toy from Street Sharks, and the Kratoxy from the Dinosaur Train, and Covert Agent Ravage. I got a couple of him, and so and the Bionicle stuff. So yeah, but Stephen Magnet and this. I mean, I've never had a plushie made before. It's so cool.
Oh! That reminds me. Oh, okay. Over the past mostly this year, I have fans have given me a lot of Apple Bloom paraphernalia, and I found myself looking at all the stuff, and I said, I need to show this off. So I made a video and to thank all the fans that made all this amazing Apple Bloom and sometimes Sweetie Belle stuff. So I decorated an entire quarter of my office, and just like this massive collage of different like pictures and drawings and plushies and like wood carvings and little little characters.
Cool.
And I'm gonna post that tomorrow
Oh,
on my
neat.
YouTube channel.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We actually have one member of our staff said he has one more to give you at this convention at least. So there's that.
And another interesting thing to note from that story is she's 13 and she has her own office.
I wasn't going to say it,
What?
but yeah.
Did that just slip by everybody or just me or what?
I take pride in my leather office chair. I feel professional.
I picture her in
Making
some
us all
dark
feel
wood
inadequate.
English.
Jeez.
That's exactly what I have. I have dark brown wood English table.
I love that. That's so cool. That's my dream office, is have a great big crackling fireplace with a high back wing chair and a sniff of brandy and some kind of a dog of some kind.
You know, replace that with a glass of orange juice and you're good.
Yes, okay. There you go. That's very cool. Oh.
Yeah.
You got one more?
With lots of leather-bound books. Yes.
You mentioned stealing voices from other voice actors. Are there any voice in particular that you had to steal or felt like you stole?
Well, what I meant is they steal them from me. Right. Yeah.
It's like it's not necessarily stealing. It's just like we learn a lot from our fellow voice actors, and we all
It's
play
true.
off each other.
Yeah.
And we all have a different take on like different types of ethnicities and voices and stuff, and so we all, learn from when we go into sessions, and that's what Lee was meaning. But he's a little bit dramatic.
I am not. Stop saying I'm dramatic. Sorry. 3 hours of sleep.
As I was saying.
If I can actually continue a question based off of that, are there any times that any of the other voice actors have helped giving you tips or said, hey, you should try it this way, and helped develop the way you play the character?
They wouldn't dare.
Well, aside from you, because you're the source of every voice, obviously.
Well, now you're just making me sound pompous. I'm just kidding. It's the truth. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. I'm just, see? I said, what? Am I working with you or against you? With you, against you? You never know. You never know. I'm a new toy every day. I'm like Lego. Sorry. Michelle, why don't you answer that? I had 3 hours of sleep, people. Come on.
We heard.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm derailing the entire interview.
It's fine. It's much better this way, believe me.
We all have funny little things that we can think of. Like sometimes there's odd lines where we don't know exactly what to say, and then say, "Well, no," and like try it like this, and I was like, "Oh yeah, thank you so much." Like, and I remember that happened the other day when I was in a session for a show, and I was like, "Yeah, that's so cool," and it's really nice to be really good friends with everyone in the room because you're not like. It's not awkward to say, hey, like this, maybe this would be cool. And then it's like, oh yeah, thanks, man. It's like we all, you know.
That's true. And it's because we've known these people for so long and they are our friends. There's a freedom there that you can sort of, let it hang out a little bit and just be yourself and not be worried about, because when you're in front of a microphone and you're making silly voices, the body can
Sort of contort sometimes, too, however the little character's gonna sound.
And so to do that and look silly in front of your people that you don't know, Well, for me, I do it all the time. But I mean, but it's easier when you're friends with somebody and there's trust in the room
Yeah.
and you're being silly and playing together.
I mean, I think we all use really, really dramatic hand gestures. But it was, I was like, okay, here we go. I'm talking. I'm talking into the microphone. What? What is happening?
It's true. It's true. Andrew Francis. Oh my gosh, that guy when he acts, it's like he's doing some kind of an aerobic thing. He's like all over. He's like and this and
Let's
like
get
some
voice
like
acting.
low
Voice acting.
high impact, low impact,
It's true.
hot voice acting. Like it's like yoga or it's like the hot yoga or something.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's why he stays so svelte. He's burning 1,000 calories per line.
So, Lee, you said about the stealing of the voices. So, could we hear your version of Apple Bloom?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a line.
Aren't you gonna stay for brunch?
What did you just say? What did you just say? What did you call me?
Okay. Listen here. I want my cutie mark, and I want it now.
Listen here, I want my cutie mark, and I want it now. That's really hard to get up that high.
Oh, it's fabulous. Oh, my mustache. Oh.
Okay, wait. Say this. Say. What a world! What a world!
What a world. What a world.
Not bad, right? Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good yourself.
Very good. There you go.
Relating back to what you said about Andrew Francis, when he's all over the place, does he? Are you ever in a booth with him? I mean, have you
I
ever?
don't like where this is going.
No. It's not what you think. I'm asking, when you're with him in the booth there, does he sweat on you?
Does he what?
Does he sweat? SWEAT.
Oh, does he sweat on me?
I mean, Chris Latta, the voice of.
I don't think he's sweat on me yet, but he may have sweat on me inadvertently and I didn't know. So now that I think of it, I'm gonna have to wear more layers when I'm working with Andrew Francis.
Maybe get a big fur coat from the thrift shop.
I'll wear a rain slicker.
Yeah.
Lee,
Where?
right here. Over here.
Oh, okay. Oh, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, there you go.
Actually-
yes, you
Yeah.
right below the blinding light above your head.
Yes, sir. How's it going? Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. Let me move over here. Actually, I don't really have so much a question for you. But
Well, I don't like where this is going either.
on Equestrian Inquirer at BronyCon 2012, you had said that the only more fabulous voice for Stephen Magnet was if he was German. The only reason why I picked up the microphone now is because I'm dying to hear you use that voice again.
Okay, that's 3 hours of sleep, people. 3 hours of sleep. Okay, so we take Stephen Magnet and we make him German like this. Ach, what a world, what a world. Ach, mein mustache. This purple little cloud just whisked by and snipped it off.
It's fantastic.
All right. I'm gonna take one here, and then that side of the crowd to get some attention.
For Michelle, is it difficult and particularly to sing badly for you? Like you had to mess up the campfire song in Sleepless?
The campfire song? That was actually Claire.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, I love that. I think that was hilarious. You're talking about the buckets on the oats on the wall?
Can you sing it for us now?
99 buckets of oats, right? That's what you're talking. Yeah. No, that was actually Claire. That was hilarious. I can't tell you how many numbers we did. I think we did like 100 to 82, and then 75 to 69. Like we didn't know how many we were gonna use, cause they were saying that we might have a shot where everything was overlapping, and you just hear like no. So they weren't quite sure how many the editors wanted. So Claire had to do like every single 99 buckets of Motel, 67 buckets of Motel, 53 buckets, and they're all sitting there like, wow, that girl can scream for a very, very long time. Very long time.
Funny.
Over here.
That's funny.
Okay. Get him. Okay, you get it first. Excuse me. Come right behind you.
For Michelle, when you switch from like talking with Apple Bloom and singing with Sweetie Belle, does your mindset change? Any like I have a certain like way to think about Apple Bloom, and does your mindset change from Apple Bloom to Sweetie Belle?
Well, the thing is that I don't speak for Sweetie Belle, so it's yeah, you know, it's more for singing. I mean, there is acting partially in singing, but and you have to have character in the singing voice. But it was more just about connecting with the song for Sweetie Belle. 'Cause she's supposed to be a really good singer, but she's supposed to be shy at first, and then like the hush now, quiet now. She's like, oh, I know this one, because you know it's more about what Daniel sort of directed me to do, and I just tried to follow that, and I admire Claire's voice very much and tried to put some of that squeaky Sweetie Belle into the singing voice. So, I guess my mind sort of shifted a little bit, because Apple Bloom's, the three Cutie Mark Crusaders have very different personalities, and Apple Bloom's sort of the more, I think she's the one that like improves her attitude the most. I think she evolves a little bit more, and so I think that Sweetie Belle is a little more mature than Apple Bloom. So I thought about that a little bit, but it's really, it would be I'd focus a lot more on that if it was like if I was speaking for her, but yeah, for singing, that's what I did.
Hate to bring down the mood a little bit more, but this is for both of you. I know how it's really hard sometimes as an artist to, I mean, obviously you both have succeeded relatively well, and you probably will succeed even further on, but everyone has like discouraging moments. So I was wondering if you could share a moment where you missed a role, or it was really discouraging, or had a bad word against you that, really changed something, or was a really big hurdle to get over.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Well, I think everybody probably has those.
Yeah.
Everybody
There's
does.
always rejection, and it's just the business. I mean, you never get more than like 90% of your roles, like barely 60%, even if you're the best of the best. Just matter of, it's a little bit of luck, and also you just have to just keep trying.
Practice
practicing
and perseverance.
And,
Yeah. So all the time, all the time. There's always a little bit of good with a little bit of bad. And I've noticed I keep a journal, and going back over the journal that every once in a while I'll look back. I'll only usually make entries when something really good or really bad happens. So maybe that's the only why it seems so up and down. But it's a real roller coaster life, and acting is just sort of a microcosm of what goes on. It's, you get up in the morning and you try to do whatever it is that you're going to do the best you can, knowing that there's a million other people out there that want to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they get it, and sometimes you get it. I've had terrible disappointment, but I've had great success, and yeah, it's really there. Mm-hmm. You got to roll with it, though. You gotta, just get over it, or lay down and let it roll over you and crush you. And I never wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So, persevere and practice. Yeah, no, it's. I mean, it sounds.
You realize that you PP. That's why you just. That.
Perseverance and peers. Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds ostensibly it sounds like a bit of a bummer question, but it's actually a really good one, and it's a good because it's about life too. I say to my students, I'm going to spin this positively. I say to my students during the audition process, which is again sort of a microcosm of life, going out and just trying something, going out and improving yourself somehow. I say it's impossible to, and I said this in Vegas too, and it was the first time that I'd actually sort of articulated it. And it's you can't feel nervous if you are doing something out of a sense of love or sharing a positive thing, sharing an experience with somebody. So even if you fail after doing that, who cares? You did it. You didn't do it to succeed. You did it for something inside you. Mm-hmm. So I took something that sounded like a downer. I made it a little bit real. We got a little real here today. We got a little real, but it's the truth. So good question, though.
School Board of Learning, I think it's called.
You're looking at me like I know.
School Board. Vancouver.
What's that called again, Lee? What's that thing?
Vancouver Learning School Board. It's like some learning. Okay. Vancouver Learning.
I don't think she goes to school. You don't even know the name of this school. This is a pretend school. You're making it up as you go.
Hey, you might have gotten 3 hours of sleep, but I think I got about 6.5. And then I got about 8 the other night, and then 7.5 the night before that. And I'm 13, I need sleep. So you know what?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
This is a convention.
Sorry,
There's
I'm
no
sorry.
sleep for
I made
anyone.
her feel bad. I gotta verklempt. I gotta
I
overklempt. Talk amongst yourself. I'm sorry.
Say it with me, everybody.
Surprising.
That was so not fabulous. I love.
So
Thank you.
So I was wondering, who owns a voice? Like, if you wanted to do some voice on a fan project, could Hasbro say,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Somebody said something about someone who controls our career. So I tend to shy away from all of those. I know that Tom Waits sued somebody once for sounding like him when singing. I know people have. You can. I know. I don't. It's kind of a funny area. Maurice LaMarche sells ringtones in different people's voices. I don't know how he gets away with that, but so I really don't know. I think that is a question for my lawyer.
I think it's the voice. You can use a voice for more than one thing. The company or the show doesn't own your voice; they own the characters.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, if it's like as you were saying, if it's like a fan project with the actual characters, I think that would be a problem because it is technically copyright. All the characters,
the images.
Yeah, if the VAs are involved or anyone else on the show, that would be a problem. But I don't think the actual voice, it doesn't. As long as you don't call it that character, it's still your voice. They can't control your voice and what you do with it.
Yeah.
They can just control what they own. So.
And the name. You can't actually say the name of that character in that voice. Mm-hmm. That would probably be a bit of a sticky wicket, Bit of a sticky wicket, that one. Yeah. Did anybody ever watch Puka?
Oh, Puka, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the voice of Abio? He's always tearing his shirt off and going, "Hi-ya!" Well, that's basically Snips.
Except I made him cuter.
So it's hard to. It's a nebulous. There's certain areas of the voice where voices live, and and in your mind where voices live. But that's just me. Yeah, I think it's hard. It's a hard one to prove. Again, with company stuff, owning copyright on images associated with the sound, that is something that is liable probably. But not just the voice. You can use the voice anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody's asked about this yet, but Michelle, is there anything you're looking forward to doing with your music? Any direction you want that to take? Do you think it'll sidetrack you from acting, or do you want to try and do both for as long as you can?
The thing, it's a good.
Can I rephrase that question?
Yeah.
Do you want to make money at one thing or two things?
Let's narrow the scope. What are your goals for music? Where would you like to go?
With music is great because the thing with voice acting is another disappointing thing is it's all about the wait, and you just have to wait and wait for an audition to come, and once you have that audition, do your best job, and then you wait, and it's just like wait, do something, and then wait, but it's not up to you. With music, you can do so much, like you can keep trying to get your music out there and keep trying to build up more fans, so it's actually something that you can progress yourself. So it's a great thing to multitask with, because voice acting, you go in for like a 4-hour session, maybe every 2 days, and then that barely takes up any of your time, right? But it's a great, fun thing to do, and also if you're very passionate about it, then that's great. And music is a different animal in that you can control you can control it to keep building up your career and stuff. So it's good two things to do. They go well together. Yeah.
Good answer.
There's so many hands. There's too many hands up in the air.
There's so many.
How am I supposed to do this? I don't understand.
We want to answer all your questions at the same time.
All at the same time,
Everyone,
yeah.
scream your answers, your
Everybody
questions
scream.
right now. No.
I was wondering, what would evil versions of Apple Bloom and Snips sound like?
Is this for me or for Lee? Wait. So an evil version. Okay, so an evil version of Apple Bloom for me and you. I thought you were saying an evil version of Apple Bloom / Snips. I was like.
Oh yeah, like a hybrid.
No,
like some nuclear hybrid.
I was like, oh God. Oh.
That would be weird.
So an evil
Apple being
Apple.
written.
Oh. What's a good evil line? What's a good evil line?
I'm going to take over the world.
I'm gonna take over the world.
Nice evil laugh. And Snips would be like,
I am going to take over the world.
I just got all jazzy. And scene.
3 hours. I'm done.
We've all seen the panels and heard interviews. Michelle, do they have to keep you and Claire separated in the recording studio? You get a little crazy together. Or is that about normal
Well, you
for any
know,
studio?
the great thing about Claire and Maddie and I is that Claire and I are the younger ones. Maddie's about 4 years older than us. She's like a barrier, kind of like a balancing neutron that just kind of comes in and goes, okay, here we go. And yeah, it's a good balance. Because I'm right in the middle of, because Claire is like usually 90% of the time crazy, and it's amazing, and she's so funny. And Maddie's, very calm and very polite, and I'm like right in the middle of that. I'm like the two of them, I'm like half of Maddie and half of Claire, so it's a really good balance, I think. And I just wish that, because of course Maddie and Claire actually have to go to regular school, so they can't come to as many I think they've only been to Everfree Northwest so far, and I wish they could come to more because it's like a package deal. Cutie Mark Crusaders have to stay together.
There you go.
Mhm.
So what I got from that again is 13-year-old with an office, semi-retired.
Thanks, Lee.
I had a paper route, man.
What's a paper?
I don't know. I'm kidding. I never had a paper route.
All right, what's the next question? Oh, hi.
Oh, hello. What was your favorite line that was either screwed up or improvised in the booth?
Ooh. There's screwed up or improvised. I know.
Yeah, you have. There's so many.
I know that honestly there's so many because we all improvise our lines. The great thing about prelay is that you can literally you have to stick to the script, but there's some things that you can add in. But with post-production, like ADR voice acting, it's really tight in there, and you can't.
You're fitting it into the
you're
mouth
like,
flaps.
Yeah, I want to
so.
move, but I can't. I'm in this little box, and I can't do anything. But yeah, we improvise a lot of things. I can't think of something
That's a tough one.
specific.
It's like it becomes after a while. It becomes this nebulous event. Is this days? What show was I on when someone said this? There's been so many laughs. I mean, yesterday was insane. I'm not allowed to tell the name of the show. It's a new one though, and Tabitha St. Germain, me, Brian Drummond, and a new guy. I don't remember his name, David, I think, and Marika Henderson. And it was literally every 5 minutes. It's a preschool show, and so it's automatically ridiculous because the real life is not as saccharine sweet. So, and Tabitha St. Germain and I, we get together. We tend to be a little bitter sometimes, like not deliberately, but we're very sarcastic. And so every 5 minutes was another belly laugh. So it's just tough. It's tough to know.
Yeah.
But good question. Totally blanked me. I totally beep, beep, beep. I just flatlined. I was like,
That is my successful day.
Yes.
Whatever comes later. Doesn't matter if we actually like the episode or anything.
Devil Rainbow is going to be great, and you know it.
In the Hearts and Hooves Day episode, there was this one pony in the song who was known as the pony strangely obsessed with tubs of jelly. And what we see is he slowly rises from a giant jar of jelly with this very odd look of satisfaction on his face. And I was wondering for Lee Tockar if you had a voice in mind for him.
That was so fun. That's a good question. That's a pretty good voice, too, actually. How to use that one. That was really fun.
Okay, so
Yeah, a little bit.
online, what is your favorite fan work of the show?
Oh. Dang it! People, what is up with you and your crazy, amazing questions?
Represent!
This is good.
Like fan work? What do you mean fan work? Like this kind of stuff, or?
There's so much.
There's so much.
There's so much great, amazing stuff.
I really like the meme of Stephen Magnet. That was awesome. That was so disco. I loved it. That was crazy dubstep disco funkadelic. I loved it.
Funkadelic.
Yeah, that was great.
I love everything that the Bronies do. I think that you guys are all so talented, and you all have your little thing that you do, whether it's music or drawing or plushies.
Plushies.
I mean,
This-
that's
I mean,
that's
this- look at
amazing. I went to Miami, and I had an artist draw a painting of Apple Bloom in front of my eyes in 10 minutes, and it's this it's the kung fu apple bloom, right? Like in the first episode the second episode the third episode I think it is. Cutie, never mind. I'm getting off topic. Okay, I'm sorry.
I have a couple. I mean, this obviously, it's right up there. Because I've never had a plushie before of any of my characters.
Is this another half of his mustache?
It's another, it comes with its own extra mustache,
Accessories.
just in case.
Fantastic.
But Chaotic Pony does amazing metal work.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in Las Vegas.
Sketchy just sent me, what's the name of, what's the kind of, somebody remind me of the style of art that Sketchy does. Yeah, that, how do you spell that? Okay. He did this great image. It's kind of like, it almost looks like street tagging style. And he has this great, and he asked me in Vegas, he said, what's your favorite kind of muscle car? And of course I said 1956 Plymouth Fury, Christine.
Of course.
Of course. Right? And so he has this great picture that he did for me, and I'm going to buy from him. I told him, don't let anybody else see it because I want to make prints of it. And it's Stephen Magnet with this evil look in his eye, popping out of the top of a 56 Plymouth Fury with a great big gear stick in his hand and snips, like scared to death on the front of the bumper. Going, ah! It was so, the talent in this community, you guys you are so amazing. Like it's like the world of artists, but funneled through this wonderful channel. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Awesome questions.
They handed me the
I know.
mic.
Fantastic. Oh no, Mike.
They handed me the mic.
Oh no.
Mike.
Final draft, everybody. Final draft.
Mike.
Mike Bernstein.
Hey, Mike. Mike, sit. Drop it. Drop it. Mike, sit. Lie down. Drop it.
He kicks it in. Do you have a question, Mr. Bernstein?
No, I was mostly going to just say one thing. Michelle, I was sitting next to your parents, and your dad leans over and he goes, she's such the diplomat.
Thanks, Dad.
Earlier when you were talking about Claire and Maddie and how you were halfway between Claire and Maddie's craziness somewhere in there. No, you're the crazy one. I host enough programs with you to know that. So I just wanted to say that in front of all these people.
But have you spent every Saturday night with Claire?
No.
If you spend an hour and a half asking Claire questions, and you won't come back. You just you won't.
She's too busy playing Minecraft, I think. No, for people who don't know, I host a program on EFN called Saturday Night Songs. It interchanges with Speedy and Stretch with Michelle Creber over here, and she's absolutely insane.
But Mike, do you want to tell them what scalpanines are? You tell me who's crazy.
They're
One
real.
thought that scalpanines were
But they
real.
are real.
And chicky cheetahs, really?
Okay, so I'm going to just tell a quick story, and then I'm going to pass this on to somebody who has an actual question. I was in Miami with Monique here and with Michelle and with one of my staffers, Cowboy Dave, and we all went to a restaurant. And this was after a long day of convention. This is at Animate Miami. And everybody's tired. The food came out, an hour after we ordered it?
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
By that point, Michelle was delirious. And she just started making up stories. And she turns to her mom.
They believed me. It was hilarious. I was like, so, Mike, oh man, I have to tell you about this dish. It's called scalpanines.
It exists.
And it's like, I don't even remember what it was. It's like a,
No, but the greatest part is she turns over to her mom and she goes, you remember that place that one time? And her mom looks at her and goes, what are you even talking about?
Subject.
They learned a long
that was
time ago.
literally those were the words that she literally spoke. Do you remember that place that one time? No. All right, I'm going to pass this to whoever has an actual question here, but I just wanted to bother you. Okay.
Thank you. This is a quick question. Who would win in a fight, Discord or Batman?
I
Well,
have
for
to pledge
one-
allegiance to Batman. I have to.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry.
Discord.
Batman, you know.
Well, because Discord is a cartoon and Batman is real.
Yeah. Duh.
Duh.
I mean, obviously.
All right. Okay, number 1.
Really.
Holy 3 hours this week. Wow.
All right, they've handed me the mic now. There we go. There's some over here.
Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
Hey,
Into the microphone.
Hello?
There you go.
Stephen Magnet remains a popular character after only been in like 2 minutes of the show.
Yeah, I know.
This would be more of a question for like a writer or somebody like behind the scenes, whatever. But you think there's a chance we'd ever get to see him again, or?
Well, I don't know because
Right,
I don't
right.
know if there's any more shows, right?
Season 4 was sort of confirmed, but
We
okay.
cannot
Moose? What's a
confirm-
moose? Where's a
Right,
moose?
right.
What?
You're right.
Confirm
sorry.
nor deny.
We can neither confirm nor
whether
deny.
or
I did tell Megan though. I did tell Megan McCarthy once that if in another universe he ever could come back, he should pop out of fountains and stuff because he's in the water, so you can't do anything unless he's in the water. He should pop up out of fountains or something, or like sinks.
or like Discord could like cast a spell on Stephen Magnet and then he'd become like the basilisk and be like popping out and then
Stephen Magnet as basilisk.
yeah, right? And then his powers would be in his mustache and then
Oh!
and then
like, reach out
and
and
then
grab
the
people
griffin
and
and then
shake them.
like and then
Like-
what's Princess Celestia's Phoenix would come in
That's
and
with my
rip off his
mustache.
mustache and he's like, I don't see how's the mustache I can
This fan fiction is going to exist by this evening. I need you to understand that.
Wait, what?
This fan fiction is going to exist by this evening, and you two will probably be credited for it.
We're getting writing credit.
The story of Stephen Magnet by Lee Tockar and Michelle Creber. It's all on EQD. Didn't you read it?
Oh.
Okay, I've got a question here.
Is he okay now? Is he?
I just wanted to see what it would look like if I turned the mustache around this way.
Of course, that's so relevant to what we're doing.
There.
That's fantastic.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
It does look better like that.
I love how detailed it is. I
know.
love how it's actually Rarity's.
I love the googly eyes. I love his fabulous googly eyes. Do they move? They do move.
Hello.
Okay, I can stop playing with the plushie.
I do have a question for you guys. What would you say would be your hardest voice acting gig out of the ones that you've done?
Some of the worst are when you have to like talk like when your voice is like this. I don't think I've ever had a voice like that. That was I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, I didn't even understand a
I
word you
can't
said
even-
there. You totally would not get that gig. No. It's like this Michelle Creber as the angry, unintelligible girl. I'm gonna get a coffee in me and then.
I think we have time for one more question.
Okay.
It was somewhere over here. I don't remember who it was. Oh, it's that guy. Hi, that guy.
Okay. What's your take on Alicorn Twilight? I'm not asking you to spoil it. I'm just asking you, like, just for the last episode of season 3.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like,
I loved the
thinking
episode.
forward from that. Not saying you don't have to spoil anything. What's your take?
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that Larson did a great job with that episode, making it, Daniel Ingram and Stephen Andrews. All the music in that episode was fantastic, and I thought the fact that Twilight turned into a princess was this big, amazing thing, and I think that that's obviously gonna gonna take off right if there is another season. But I'm sorry, Moose? Is there a...
Moose?
Oh,
Moose
I'm
is in the
sorry.
room?
Do we have animal control? I think I see a giraffe.
The roof is going to come peeling off,
right
and then a great big eye in the
I-
shape of
it's like-
Hasbro is going to be looking down at you.
It's right. It's somewhere.
That guy
Right, do you
did the
see that?
Moose.
I
Moose
think
just left
that
the
is
room.
right.
Yeah, is that how we have to leave? Okay.
All right. Don't hurt yourself, buddy. Don't hurt yourself.
Your emergency exit is located under your table.
Don't hurt yourself. How old do you think I am?
Old enough.
I crumple to the floor and all my bones just explode. I just into a cloud of dust.
And all that's left is a single mustache.
It's just this one.
A single mustache.
Just a single mustache hanging in the air.
It's like that last feather.
Fabulous.
All right, we're just about. There. Sorry. We're just about out of time. So
What is it?
How's it?
Go ahead.
Just about out of time, so one more. Is there a favorite line that you've had to record for the series so far?
Ooh. Ooh. No. I don't know. You go. You go.
Anything that he said.
Okay. I was excited about one line in I think it was season 2, because I actually can burp on command. It's true, and I remember Terry. It wasn't actually in the original script that I had to do that, and I thought to myself, you know what would be really? I just asked Terry this because Terry he loves having suggestions and stuff, and we call him Uncle Terrence because he's awesome. And I thought, okay, Terry, can I? So I didn't want to, because there was about 10 of us in the room because we were all there for that episode. I said, Terry, can I burp at like 117, like right in between right here? And he's like, oh yeah. So it's like when we're halfway through the episode, and it's like, what's uncouth? Exactly.
You can burp on command?
Yeah.
I can't burp on command. You could be my stunt burper.
Yeah.
Ready? Wait, I got another one. One more.
We'd like to thank you all for attending BurpCon.
Yay! Welcome to Derpy's Burpees.
I really don't want to cut anyone off.
Just like
I don't want to cut anyone off, but we are out of time. Lee Tockar is signing autographs in the hall, or in the room across
in
the
the
hall.
parking lot. Yeah.
In the
I will be
dumpster, but in
behind
the parking
Pinto.
Now, the double rainbow panel was originally scheduled in the hall, or in the room across the hall as well, but considering how many of you were so positively reacting this morning, we think we're going to move that in here. So anyone who wants to see double rainbow, go ahead and stay put. Anybody who wants to, yeah.
And in the meantime, thank you guys very much.